Hello and welcome everyone to the Cancun 2021 Group Trip Introduction by the Butler Travel Agency. I'm so glad to see that you're on board with this video and we can kind of talk about it and kind of our options. We do have two options today. One is through actually flying to the location and getting to explore it more in depth, and the other option is more of a vacation laid back lifestyle. So let's talk about the hotel zone versus the cruise. The hotel zone adds more itinerary items such as Chichen Itza and other historical areas. And then the hotel zone is more of a resort experience. So if you know the Outer Banks of North Carolina, how they're kind of rounded in a way, or half a circle, that's kind of the way the hotel zone is. And basically you take a shuttle from the airport, and it's more of a cultural, historical, relaxing resort vacation. It is a partying vacation also, so if you're into the clubs, stuff like that, that's a great area with Cancun. I wouldn't really recommend it based on the kind of the crowds at night and how wild it can get, because I visited years ago and I did not expect such. But you definitely, if you're looking to see Chichen Itza, which is on the right, or anything like Isla Mujeres, or they have diving options along there, those are great things to do. It's just that those cost extra for that experience. And so that's something to think about. The cruise is also much cheaper per person for United States citizens. Because in Cancun you have to worry about your food, you have to worry about your shuttle, you do get to spend longer. So if you're really looking for a trip to Mexico to be able to practice your Spanish or something like that, that's a good thing to do. The other thing about the hotel zone is you have a lot of people trying to sell attraction tickets, and there's a lot of like hounding individuals for like cruises to Cuba, stuff, because they know that you're not from around there and you have money. So that's one thing you do have to put up with. Some of the cruise you do have to put up with that on the land, but it's not as bad as walking down the streets and being stopped every so many feet for that. And you always, of course, have to watch your pockets. The hotels are very secure. They're very nice. The ones that I stayed at, they had a wall with a barbed wire fence, and they kind of checked you and made sure that you actually stayed at that resort, that you still had access to that resort, and they would let you through. And then also near the beach access, they also would not allow you in if you look like you just walked off the street or something like that. So it's very secure, but it's more of a laid back experience. They do have places to eat, but and it varies on there. Some hotels are all inclusive, some hotels aren't, and all the grocery stores, of course, are all in Spanish, like the your conversations and stuff. Here's a cost comparison. So the hotel zone, you're looking at $1,000 to $3,000 for a hotel. Of course, that could always change. These are just estimates; they're not exact. Food, about $300 per person. The travel itinerary, you're looking at probably $150 a person as far as Chichen Itza or Isla Mujeres, just depending on what you choose. The plane, you're looking at least $600 per person to get from here to the Cancun International Airport. And transportation, you're looking at $200 to $300 a person. That can be very expensive. Now the cruise, like I said, you can still have activities on the cruise. It's still, kind of a fun atmosphere. But it's definitely cheaper if you want to be able to see these things. The plane is $100 to $500 a person. Sometimes you can find good deals to Miami, very cheap to go to the port. Remember your food, most of that's included except for certain restaurants or at the port. To my knowledge, the ones I'm going to show today is going to have some of that, and the parking, rental car, or if you want to Uber, and the cost of the cruise. That's all you have to worry about. So if you really want the culture, I would go on the left-hand side. If not, I would go to the cruise side. But we're going to talk about some of these plans and things like that. And if you have any questions, just let me know. This presentation is pre-recorded, except for the website portion, and that is actually live. But it's something to think about. But yeah, just let me know on that one, and I can kind of help you out a little bit. But we'll take a look at these, and then of course I have to provide the resources for the pictures. But if you want to look at my pictures, I do have some pictures of Cancun up on my Instagram, which you can access at butlertravelagency.com. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the website and kind of the pricing on these cruises.